to do a very special video for you. One that you're probably not expecting. Haha. Okay. Right guys, so today, I mean, I've spoken about it a little bit in the past, where some of you have asked me, how much have you spent on your house? And I've always said, I don't know. And that is honestly the honest answer. Like, we really don't know exactly what we've spent. But, because there's always a but. Today, what I've done is I've given you like some rough prices of things that I know that we, well, not things that I know, but I've managed to put down some rough calculations, is what I'm trying to say. I've put down some rough calculations, and so I'm gonna give you a guesstimate of how much we think that we have spent. So just keep watching. Okie dokie, who's ready? Right, okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give you a breakdown of some of the things, but not everything. Some of the items I've put here, I have boxed together because there are too many little things that it would be really hard to break down absolutely everything for you. So I'm gonna break down the main things that were kind of like easy to sort of write down, you know, how much it would come to. So I know I'm talking quite a lot, so I'm gonna get right to the point now. I'm gonna get right in. I'm gonna jump in there. Don't you dare agree with me.
No. Oh, don't agree with you?
Not this time. Normally you should, but not this one. Yes. Okay. So I'm gonna start with iron rods. Okay. You know that iron rods have gone up since, but remember, this building, we started building this house, how long ago was it?
About 3 years ago. About
3 years ago, but it's only been within the last year that we have really been like
consistent
and hammering home and trying to get it done. It's been the last year. So some of the stuff we already had. So we're guessing roughly on iron rods, we have spent, in fact, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna tell you how much we paid for the slab. Right, for the slab upstairs, which was to basically cover this roof, that was...
Ceiling, it's not roof.
Okay, ceiling, the ceiling, he says.
Sorry, I just want to let them know.
Yeah. So basically, to do the slab, including all the ingredients, the sand, the chippings, the cement, all of that, complete slab with the workmanship and everything, it came to...
That was 9 inches, I remember.
It's 9 inches thick, yeah, it's very thick. Yeah. We did make ours very thick, very rich. It came to...
Why did you make it thick?
You just interrupted me on the pivotal point.
Oh, sorry, okay.
I hope no one heard that. Right, okay. Let's say it again. Yeah. Okay, we made it thick so that for heat, to keep the heat out, and obviously to make sure that the building is solid, basically. Yeah, is that right?
Thick.
Yeah, thick. Yeah. Okay. So basically, the slab cost us 80,000 cedis.
Ching ching.
Yeah. So we did ours half at a time. So we did half because it's quite expensive because you need the boards and stuff like that, all the wah and all of that stuff. It's quite expensive. So what we did was we did half first and then we did the second half. So the materials that we used for the first half, once it had cured, we then moved the things over to the other side and then we used the same materials again, which kind of cut our cost a bit. Otherwise, it would have been more expensive. So that was 80,000. For our windows, which includes the glass, the frames and everything, that came to about 40,000 cedis we paid for that. But we have a lot of windows, and we have tempered glass, we have frosted glass, we have sandblasted glass, we have
high-tech the hinges.
Yeah, we have
handles.
Yeah. So it was obviously going to be pricey putting the windows in, which we knew when we started, and so yeah, 40,000. The next was the plastering work. The plastering work, which was done on the outside of the building, came to roughly 12,000 cedis. That includes obviously the materials to do the plastering as well. So that's all inclusive. Yeah, labor, everything. 12,000.
Yeah.
The POP work, which is this lovely stuff here, this lovely stuff, and including the Africa map. We basically spend about 20,000 cedis. We're guesstimating, which includes again materials. So yeah, about 20,000 cedis for my beautiful map.
And the rest.
Yeah.
Don't forget the rest.
Now the kitchen, obviously you guys will remember, for those of you that have been watching for a while, that this concrete kitchen, the worktop, was done some time ago to complement the kitchen because we were going to ship the kitchen from abroad, but anyway, that's a whole other story. But this concrete kitchen, to put this together, was about 3,500 Obviously, Kwame did a lot of the work as well himself, so he was involved in the mixing and the pouring and all of that. So that brought the cost down a bit for us. Otherwise, it would have probably been a bit more than that. Okay. Now, the screeding, obviously we had to screed the floors as well before we could lay the tiles. And the screeding of the floors came to about 8,000 cedis. Now, the tiler plus the tiles, I'm not breaking all the costs right down for you, okay? The tiler plus the tiles came to about, hold on, I didn't write this number down, give me a second.
Oh dear. Shame. Oh.
Came to about 24,000 cedis.
Hey,
the tiles, yeah.
Wow.
So, yeah, it was about 24,000 cedis. Obviously the tiles were for a particular kind of tile, and so obviously there was cost involved in that. So it came to about, 24, I said 24, didn't I? Yeah, I think I did say 24,000 or so. Now, there's some other expenses that I've got here.
So this way you've been using all the money.
I'm gonna actually lump these expenses together because it's just a lot to break down. If not, this video is gonna be about an hour long, and I'm sure none of you would be impressed by an hour's long video. Okay, so this time we're talking about door frames, poly tank, the AC units, which you haven't seen, but we've actually purchased those. We actually have 4.
What about the wiring? Did you put wires in? Electrical wiring?
Hey, let me get there, man. Let me land.
Oh, okay. Because you kind of jumped.
Stop looking at my book.
Yeah, I know. That's why I look at it and I'm thinking, a builder looking at a non-builder. You can tell.
Project manager.
Okay, yeah. Well, we're getting there. You're getting there. I think you could do better, though, but you're getting there. I like it. But I think the interior design is yours, but the construction and building, we're getting there. I think by the time we finish, you've got it. Because you're not going in the sequences, that's a problem.
Yeah, don't worry about the sequence. This is definitely not in any sort of sequence.
Oh, not sequence of works.
This is not.
This was kind of bombarded.
No. This is definitely not sequence of works at all.
Just
okay.
sporadic.
So can I continue what I was saying?
Yes, please. Sorry.
Thank you. Okay, so yeah, the AC units we already have. We have 4 1.5 horsepower units, and we have 1 2.5. But like I say, you guys have not seen those yet. Those will come later. They'll be installed later on.
Inverter, remember? Don't forget to call them inverter ACs.
Yeah, they're inverter ACs. Yeah, they're not the standard ones.
Yeah.
Okay. Also, I'm including the fence wire that we did outside, which protects the house as well. Plus the pump, plus the bathtub, the fuse box, the electrics, the scaffolding that we had to use for the plastering. So there was a lot of like little costs that, to break it down, would have been a lot. So I decided to lump them all as one. And remember, this is still a guesstimate, some of this stuff.
Did you put the sweat and tears in it?
Oh, I like that to the end, don't worry about that. A lot of tears, trust me, a lot of tears. So basically, if I calculate all those things together, it came to about 40,000 cedis. Okay, I can tell you though, the AC units were about 12, no, it wasn't 12,000.
No,
it was about, all of them together came to about 15,000, just the AC units on their own.
Yeah.
Okay, now also, I have to add that we did buy blocks for this place, obviously, because we had to raise the building. As I said before, this is not in any particular order. I didn't put this in order because, you know me, I like to consider myself very organized. I'm not organized sometimes. Okay, so that's why this is not in a sequence of works for you. But yes, block work. Why are you looking at me like that?
No, I'm just trying to understand what you're trying to say with this. I'm not getting it, but I'm listening.
Okay, so basically what I'm trying to say is, the way that I'm reading this stuff off.
No, you said block work.
Blocks, these blocks.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay,
now
I haven't
I'm getting
included that yet. Yeah. But I really should have said at the beginning, but I didn't because I didn't really.
That's why I said there's construction and there's design. I think you stick to the design, fantastic. And the construction,
my top is yellow and my book is yellow. Look at that.
Isn't that
yellow.
Amazing. Wow.
Hey, yellow.
Gold. It's called gold, baby.
Gold.
Not gold, gold.
Gold, that's why I said goods. I said goods, yes. Okay, so yeah, block works, we reckon that we've used about 5,000 blocks just for this floor. And by the way, everything that I'm saying at the moment is just for this floor. I've not included anything that's happening upstairs because upstairs we've taken we've written more of the cost down, so that will probably be easier to do when the time is right. But for down here, some of this stuff that I've written down is guesswork so far. Okay, so about 5,000 blocks. And remember, we bought our blocks some time ago.
3 years ago.
So 3 years ago, so it was a bit different, So we've calculated 5,000 blocks plus the sand, cement, the chippings, everything to lay the blocks.
Slow down, my heart is beating, man. I can hear my.
Hey, Charlie.
Are you serious? Hey, is there a drum roll for the amount that you're gonna?
Hold on, I'm not there for the whole thing.
Oh yeah, okay. Hey.
I'm not there yet, man. Let me land.
Doctor.
Okay. So basically, the block laying and everything came to about 40,000 cities. Okay. Now.
Block laying and blocks and materials.
Yeah, all the materials. Yeah.
If you say block laying.
Okay, not block laying by itself. That one. These guys will be rich, man. Sure. Can't afford that one.
You don't even want to make them rich.
Okay, so some of you might have been really smart and be writing down already what I've said and calculate, but for those of you that haven't calculated yet, the total so far, which I've said already, is a guesstimate. Please guys, it is a guesstimate. I could possibly have missed some stuff off here as well. It comes to about 267,500 cities. Let's be a bit more. Hey, always losing my words. Yeah, let's be roughly. Yeah, but it's not too precise because it's a guesstimate. Remember. Okay. But yeah, it came to 267,500 cities, which is, if I convert it for you, about 35 at today's rate, which is about £35,000 or $52,000. That's today's rate. Obviously, if you were building today, this would not be the same because materials prices have risen a lot since then. So it wouldn't be exactly the same. Okay, but in case I have missed anything, because there's probably quite a high chance that I have missed out a few things here. In case I have, let's make it around 30,000 cities. That'd be brilliant, wouldn't it? If you build a house for 30,000 cities.
I'll buy that for $1.
Okay, no. So let's just say 300,000 cities basically to build this house. What do you guys think? Is that good? Is that bad? What do you guys think? What did you expect me to say? Let me know in the comment section below. I would love to hear from you. If you think we've done a really good job with that, or if you think we've overspent, or what do you think? Let me know in the comment section. Okay, I'd love to hear it. But I think that is the end of today's video, guys. Because otherwise I'll just start, doing my thing as I normally do. So I'm gonna end the video right there.
I know I was a bit dumbfounded.
Why?
Bedazzled.
Why?
Bombastically broken down.
Why?
Because that price, what she said. Okay, sorry, can you just come again, please? I'm a bit confused. How much did you say it was?
267,500 cities.
And then how much is that if we converted it to our
dollars? It's about, at today's rate, roughly.
Yeah.
It's 52. I might have that wrong, so I'm going to actually put those numbers on the screens for you.
4 bedroom.
For a 4-bedroom
apartment.
And obviously we haven't finished. We still have some little things that still need to be done.
But that's more high-end finishing.
Yeah, that's the finish. And obviously finishing is usually the most expensive part, but we're going to get there very soon. Okay, guys, so one thing that I really, really want you to remember after having heard those numbers is that I've given you the quote at today's rate, but we did not start our building
at today's rate.
Yes, we did not start our building at today's rate. We started our building 3 years ago, and the rate was definitely not what it is today. The rate was a lot lower, which means that technically, had some of the stuff we would have paid more for because the rate was not as favorable for us. But you also have to remember that the cost of materials was also a little bit less than what it is today. So there's no clear cut where you can say, oh, it was better to build back then or it was better to build today. There's going to be that fluctuation. So depending on what the price of materials and labor was back then and what it is now, you can compare the two things. You can also compare the rates back then until what it is now. But it's very difficult to say conclusively, it was better to build then or it's better to build now.
Yeah, I was just about to say, it's quite interesting, It sounds like this economy is like a Peter and Paul economy.
What?
Peter and Paul.
What's that?
Take from Peter to feed Paul. That's what the material is. It's in it. So it fluctuates, then maybe the material prices are slightly less.
Yeah.
So if you balance it like that way, and when you look at it at today's rate, it's slightly more different. Yeah. It might be, your money might be good for you, but then the materials will shut up. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? It's like... I hate you. Yeah, you see.
Yeah. I know, definitely. It's definitely one of those things where you kind of have to weigh it up. But to be honest with you, I would never advise someone wait and see if the rates go up, because the rates, we all know, rates can be up one day, down the next day, so it really does fluctuate. So as I've always said time and time again, if you're going to build, just start now, because you know, prices, your prices are definitely going to go up. As for that one, that's guaranteed. The only thing that you're unsure about is the fluctuation of the rate.
And I feel that for those who have bulk money to build, then you better go in there quick. Like I said, it could vary. It changes just like that. Changes just like the wind. That's Africa's economy for you. We love it.
Yeah, that's it.
Get to know it. Get to know it.